Hello and welcome to your tarot forecast for the full moon in Aries 2021. So we're going to keep this reading a little bit shorter today because I do have a full moon event that's coming up over on my Instagram at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this video is edited and uploaded before then on Wednesday, October 20th, feel free to join us over at Michelle Shea. But we're going to go ahead and dive into our oracle cards for the general collective, and I am going to reserve the full tarot card spread for my Patreon community. We've been playing around with kind of just doing tarot cards for both and doing an extended reading on the Patreon, but to keep things nice and concise this week, we're going to go ahead and do it the old way. So we're going to start with the Total Betty Goddess deck. If you're not familiar, it is a deck of my creation with 90s icons playing the goddesses. And it just gives us a little energy to reside over this Aries full moon to give us a preview of what's to come. So our goddess of the moment is 8, played by 90s Courtney Love. So 8 is a very mischievous goddess. She is not afraid to get into the mix and do things that maybe shake things up or ruffle some feathers. And it's a really great card to bring in for an Aries energy because I feel like Aries aren't afraid to get in there and mix things up either. So this Aries full moon is about making a little bit of mischief, maybe doing things a little bit differently than what you have in the past, and not being afraid to ruffle some feathers if it's for the sake of your authentic self. So this is not a time to be people-pleasing. It is definitely a time to be who you are and be unapologetic about that. So with that in mind, we're going to pull 3 more oracle cards for the general collective from the Animal Spirit deck from the Wild Unknown. And that's just going to give us a little past, present, future energy for what's going on with this transition across the full moon. So our cards are Past of the Dragonfly, Present of the Rabbit, and a Future of the Phoenix. Okay, so diving into these. Our past card of the Dragonfly is a really beautiful message of the fact that we've been getting some reassurance lately. Whether you've been hearing it or not is up to how tapped into your spirituality you've been. If you feel like you've been going through a little bit of a rough time or things have been a little stagnant, know that the universe has been sending you messages that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you've been tapped into those messages, congratulations, because you've already probably felt a little bit of peace of mind from that. Because the Dragonfly is definitely a message of peace and reassurance and spiritual connection, and that everything's gonna be okay. So that's our recent past. And with this full moon, we're coming in with the energy of the rabbit. So right away, I'm getting a little bit of sexual heat from the rabbit, which, you know, is a little bit of a cliche that, you know, rabbits like doing it. But basically, I'm feeling like we're coming in from this place of this cooler energy, cooler colors. It's an air card, but cooler colors into a little more heat. And it feels like there's going to be a little more opportunity for connection, whether it be with a community or a lover, or it could be connection to your creative passion. But there's definitely a fire that's wanting to ignite with this rabbit energy. And it is definitely a card that is telling us that we have to deal with our issues around fear and fear of our own greatness in regards to our success, because the rabbit in its lower vibration does come around into a fearful place where it's fearful to take any action. It becomes a little paralyzed. So we're trying to cleanse that out during this full moon so that we can embrace the more passionate and energetic energy of the rabbit and really create something new. You know, if you think about it, rabbits are mating to create more rabbits, and that's what they're famous for. And this card is coming in to say we're going to create something new, whether it be a new connection with a community, a new connection with a love, or a new creative project that you're launching out into the world. And if you feel like you've already been doing a lot of creative projects, be on the lookout for something different. There's new inspiration coming in underneath this full moon. And if you can let go of the fear of greatness that comes with that, we will then go into the future of the Phoenix. So I feel like a phoenix is pretty self-explanatory. You are rising from the ashes of the past. So we are coming from this place of maybe feeling like we're a little stuck, a little darker energy, maybe a little bit of depression. And with this moon, we're burning off some of that energy as long as we can use it in a productive way. So you want to take whatever emotions you felt that the dragonfly was letting you know that everything was going to be okay, and you want to transform that into this productive rabbit energy of doing something with those emotions, of creating something that you feel passionate about. So maybe it's that you connect with the people in your life on a deeper level by opening up about how you've been feeling and finding that place of not being afraid of sharing your emotions. Or maybe it's that you get over the fear of creating something bigger than you've ever created before, and that is what you channel your emotions from the past into. But there's definitely a feeling of really transforming. It's sort of making alchemy, of creating this gold from what was not gold before. And that is the phoenix energy in the future that's coming in, and that like we've then taken something that felt like it was a waste, either ash or coal or whatever, and we've transformed it through our fiery passion into something magnificent and magical and beautiful and able to soar to greater heights. So don't be afraid to make a little mischief under this full moon. Don't let fear get the best of you. That is really the biggest message from these cards, that everything is okay and you're gonna get inspiration for something and it's gonna feel big, but if you can get past your fear, you will create and become an amazing, magical thing. So with that in mind, I am going to dive into the extended reading with the Wild Unknown Tarot. If you're interested in diving more into this topic, if this resonated with you and you want more information, head over to patreon.com/Michelle Shea. I share these extended readings on the new and full moon at the full-time fortune level over there. But even if you don't want to join the full-time fortune teller level, the lesser levels get access to weekly readings, audio podcasts, and just general first dibs on a lot of the things that I create in the world. If you resonated with my style of reading, you can head over to patreon.com not only to support these channel videos and support everything that I put out online, but also to get your own little insights and bonuses that I don't reveal anywhere else. And if you are on the Patreon, the rest of your reading starts right now.